welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well as we are on the countdown to the Real Housewives of Orange County premiere. Woohoo! Hey, and by the way, if you have not caught that video, after you watch this video, find some time, maybe this evening if you can, if you're not waiting for the premiere, that is, or maybe right after, just make sure you come back and check out that video. It'd be kind of fun though if you do catch it before, if you're able to, because it kind of just gets you ready for the premiere itself. But now we're on to a new video, new stories, new things going on. So let's get into it. I am, we're going through some of the similar conversations, kind of like, not maybe what we've already talked about in full or anything like that, but just kind of the carry-ons of what's happening with a couple of people that I've already done some videos on. So as you can see, I'm trying to situate something here. All right, so we are talking about Jessica Biel and her possibly with Justin kind of moving on past his DUI arrest that we are all too familiar with. We're also talking about possible divorce rumors between Jessica and Justin. We'll see what they're sharing about there on them streets. And then we're going to talk about Jennifer Garner. I don't think I've talked about Jennifer Garner on my platform before. No, can't recall. But we're talking about the fact that, you know, maybe you knew, because I didn't know, that Ben apparently wanted to have more kids with her. All right. And then we're going to slide on it in, of course, to the other Jennifer, J-Lo that is, and talk about a new rivalry potentially kicking up some dust, if you will. We'll get into that too. So let's start off though with Jessica Biel. All right, let's see. Now, according to Cinema Blend, it says that after Jessica Biel showed up at her husband Justin Timberlake's concert, you know, the world tour, an insider dropped claims about how they're moving on from his arrest. Now, Justin Timberlake has made headlines over the last couple of weeks or so, as it was reported that the singer had been arrested on suspected DWI. He was subsequently charged with a single count, and as of this sharing, a court date has been set for July. And if you have gotten a chance to take a look at a couple of the videos that I did regarding that arrest, you will see that was July 26th is what they have on the calendar for right now. So more to come with that story. Timberlake was in the middle of the Forget Tomorrow World Tour. That's where the World Tour comes at the time of his arrest, and has since resumed performing. His wife, Jessica Biel, has apparently been supporting him throughout this time and was even spotted at one of his most recent shows. Following that, an insider had dropped details regarding how the two are allegedly looking to move past the legal drama. This past week, reports surfaced that the Candy star was spotted at her husband's show at Madison Square Garden in New York City. She also reportedly had some fun taste-testing candy packed backstage. According to People, her appearance at the show coincided with her work on The Better Sister, an upcoming book-to-screen adaptation. Do you plan on watching? Have you heard of that? I hadn't heard of it. It's the first time hearing of it. Apparently, that's currently shooting in NYC. Despite how busy the actress and mother of two is, which is probably not a bad idea, a source suggests he would have made the effort to attend the concert if she could, or she would have made the effort, I think is what they're trying to say. They're basically saying that Jess would never miss a show when she's able to attend, and she's excited for him, Justin, that is. Said the insider. Also, the insider shared that the two stars are always supportive of each other's careers, and as reported on past occasions, they also see each other through tough personal situations. Following Justin Timberlake's arrest, sources claimed that Jessica Biel was feeling grateful, like her husband, that no one was hurt as a result of the situation. Well, yeah, that's kind of like, should be a no-brainer there, right? However, she was also purportedly feeling disappointed, which that should also be a no-brainer there, over her spouse's actions. People's source now tells the trade that the two are at peace with how everything has and continues to play out. They've moved on from the arrest. They have faith in their legal team and continue to focus on work and their family instead. Jess enjoys filming and is excited about the project. I'm sure she really wants you to think about the project instead of this situation, but this is going to be out there for a while, I say. Now, more on Justin. The Trolls alum was arrested, if you did not recall. I'm going to share a little bit about that on here. After midnight on Tuesday, June 18th, in Long Island Sag Harbor in New York. During that time, the Mirror's singer reportedly left the American Hotel where he was hanging out with his friends, and after allegedly being stopped once and advised not to drive, Timberlake was stopped a second time by the same police officer and taken into custody. He was then kept in jail overnight and arraigned in the morning. Per the entertainer's attorney, Ed Burke, the star received one driving while intoxicated count because he refused the breath test. Timberlake also reportedly received court citations for running a stop sign and not traveling in the correct traffic lane. Yeah, because he was apparently all alleged all over the place. The incident, rumors have been swirling around Justin Timberlake's drinking habits. One insider claimed it's not a secret that the multi-hyphenate has a real drinking problem. Of course, we're going to say all allege here, and that he's been hiding it for a while. Upon his arrest, Timberlake claimed that he had only had one drink, a martini, that evening. Having served him that night, the bartender broke their silence, corroborating his claim that he had only had a single drink. The Take Back the Night singer seemingly acknowledged his legal issue during a show at the United Center in Chicago a few days after his arrest. He took a moment to thank fans for their support, sharing among other sentiments that at times he can't find the words to show his gratitude, that you guys, meaning his fans, you guys just keep riding with him. Justin Timberlake is expected to appear virtually in court on July 26th. If this report is to be believed, Timberlake and Jessica Biel seem to be confident about the case, leaving much of it in the hands of their team, which they really have no choice. Time will tell how the legal proceedings ultimately pan out, and we will be here for it. We will be here watching, listening, paying attention. I will continue to follow that story as well and share with you updates as they come here on the platform as well. So now we're going from one spectrum when it comes to Jessica Biel and Justin to a possible second spectrum, or any other spectrum if you'd like to call it, because apparently there's some divorce rumors going around. That usually happens when something major breaks, right? But I don't think that this couple is at all not used to having these divorce rumors from time to time. There's been some other incidences that Justin has been involved in where immediately we thought that it was a possibility that there might be some issues going on in the marriage, and it may end up being a situation that could have ended in divorce, but it had not happened as of yet. So we will see if that takes place this time around. All right, so let's get into it. Now, according to She Finds, Jessica Biel sparks divorce rumors after she's pictured without her wedding ring in New York City. Now, Jessica Biel was recently spotted without her wedding ring on the set of her new project, The Better Sister, in New York City. This sighting occurred just a week after her husband Justin Timberlake's wildly publicized DWI arrest, where the Grammy winner 43 was reportedly erratic and failed to stop at a stop sign. The selfish singer had been taken into custody for driving under the influence, according to a spokesperson for the Sag Harbor Police Department, as reported by People magazine. Now, Jessica Biel was seen filming scenes for The Better Sister without her wedding ring following the DWI arrest. What they just already shared. But giving more information on that, it says following the circulation of the paparazzi photos capturing the Seventh Heaven actress 42 on the set of her upcoming Amazon series, a flurry of speculation erupted on social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and Reddit. Many users theorized about a possible divorce or separation. However, shortly after those ringless images went viral, Biel was seen attending Timberlake's concert at Madison Square Garden on June 26, wearing her wedding ring and enthusiastically supporting her husband. Well, that's one way to shut those rumors up. All right. The Biel sighting was captured in a video posted on Instagram by the Real Housewives of New York City star Jessel Tank. Tank, 44, attended the concert with fellow cast member Yuba Huzan and shared a clip of the Emmy winner enjoying her hubby's performance, which in the last sharing that is possibly the concert they were talking about. In the video, Biel can be seen standing by a table with a group of people, subtly dancing to this Crimea River crooner while sipping her drink. Now, on June 18, Timberlake, who shares son Silas 9 and Finesse? Maybe Finesse or Finesse? Tell me how to say that down there. in the comment section. But his second son, 4, with Bill, found himself in a bit of a jam. According to a tip-off to people, the Rock Your Body hitmaker. I'm telling you, I said this before in the last sharing with Justin Timberlake. I love how every single opportunity they have, they drop down the title of one of his songs. So you can just go back into memory lane, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's build rapport. It's crazy. Anyways, the hitmaker was driving to the American Hotel, which we've already went through this several times, and basically got stopped and arrested and arraigned, and he has a date coming up. So we are going to move forward. Now, according to insiders who spoke with US Weekly, Bill was deeply distraught, extremely upset, and shocked upon learning about her husband's arrest. That sounds more like it to me. They also dished that Timberlake allegedly told Bill he was barely drinking. His attorney has made it clear that they are gearing up for a battle, telling TMZ he intends to defend the Timberlake vigorously with unwavering determination, which is what you pay your lawyers to do. And in the forthcoming project, The Better Sister, Bill, seen filming above, steps into the shoes of Chloe, a woman who finds herself reconnecting with her estranged sister under tragic circumstances. Now, Chloe's husband, Adam, is unalived, according to the series synopsis, sending shockwaves to the family as the main suspect's identity unearths hidden secrets from their past. That sounds quite interesting. If you have Amazon, you might want to check that out. Let's see. Now, this gripping thriller, adapted from Althea Burke's novel, marks Bill's return to television after her role in Candy. I never saw that, but they represented that a few times in these sharings. So let me know if you have seen Candy at all. Drop down in the comments for me, okay? In that 2022 Hulu limited series, she portrayed the notorious unaliver Candy Montgomery, who was responsible for the unaliving of her neighbor, Betty Gore. Oh, goodness. Oh, I know what this is about. Melanie Linsky. Yeah. I did not know about this. Oh, yeah. That is a good, I say it's good. I hate to say it like that. I think it's based on a true story, if I'm not mistaken. It actually, what I saw and heard about the story is based on a true story. I'm almost 100% sure about that. Candy. Her name was Candy. I don't know what the movie was called on Lifetime. The Lifetime had done a movie on this particular story some years ago, I think the early 90s. And oh my gosh, it is such a gripping thriller movie. If you caught it on Lifetime, let me know. Please let me know. Let me know if you've seen it. Drop that in the comment section below. That movie was something else. Oh my gosh, it was riveting. It was a class session on behavior and how you could, oh my gosh, I highly recommend you seeing that movie for sure on Lifetime. Candy. If you look up Candy, the story about Candy on Lifetime, like on the app or something like that, you'll catch it. You should see that movie for sure. And now they're doing this as a Hulu series. So this series is probably going to be a little bit different than what that movie is. You know, sometimes movies that are closer to the time frame that when something has happened seem to have a different type of feel about it. So I definitely highly recommend seeing that Lifetime movie about it. Like, again, type it in the app or something that just says like Candy, the movie about Candy, and it will pop up. I cannot think of the name. Hopefully, if I do come across that, I will definitely be able to drop it down for you. But oh my gosh, that is a thriller. And I can only imagine the way that we do movies now and series now, and that it's on Hulu, so it's not on TV. They can go a little wild and crazy. They can get a little bit more gory, more thrillered in it. I imagine they're probably going to take a lot of license to do that on the Hulu series. So I would say I recommend to see it too. I may need to kind of prep myself though before I watch it, because the movie, like I said, on Lifetime, that was enough. But yeah, no, I think this is going to be good. I think it's going to be good, and she's probably going to do a great job. So yeah, so that's what we're thinking. Now, let me know your thoughts on that. One, do you think that there's any truth to these rumors? Do you think that they're going to weather the storm, you know, with Justin's arrest? Do you think that's just going to be another situation that Jessica will have to just kind of get herself together and keep trucking on with? I tell you what, Justin has been in the news quite a bit for the last few years for everything but his music. I didn't even know he was on tour. Now, there are several artists, as we all know, that are outside touring right now, and I think that's great for them. But I didn't know he was touring. And so that just goes to show you that he really would probably do better with just concentrating on the touring and less on all the other antics, however that works out for you, I guess. Of course, all things alleged on what he did, what was happening, because, you know, he's got his day in court for July 26th. Also, yeah, I guess that really wraps it up for that part, huh? We're moving on to the next story. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, so moving on. We are moving on to, oh no, we don't want to do that one yet. I don't think I want to do that one. I think this one's next. Oh no, we're switching to Ruin. No, it is next. All right, so we're going to go right to J-Lo first, I guess. And we're going to talk, because we've been talking about J-Lo. I'm telling you now, J-Lo, well, she don't even have to do a tour, because my goodness, this one stays in the news. Oh, she stays in the news. All right, so let's move on. According to She Knows, Jennifer Lopez's career-long rivalry with this A-lister may be starting up again with Netflix deals. All right. Remember her? All right. So now, one celebrity feud we had no idea was allegedly happening behind the scenes was between Jennifer Lopez and none other than Jessica Alba. They're so alike. They're multi-hyphenates. I have said that word so many times. With young families rising to the top time and time again with their career moves. However, insiders claim tensions are rising between the two, all because of Netflix. Because I think right now J-Lo is kind of like, maybe unequivocally, maybe unheard, underlined, I'm not sure, kind of like a bit of a queen of Netflix at this point with some of these movies. I'm not really sure, don't at me or anything like that. It just seems like she's been doing a lot of Netflix stuff. And I just saw her movie Atlas and I thought it was really good. So moving on. Now, as many people know, Alba recently left her role as the chief creative officer of her brand, The Honest Company, and has been back to focusing on starring roles again. As for Lopez, her This Is Me era bombed, and with her marriage reportedly on the rocks, she's focusing on making a new era ASAP. Both women have been in starring movies on Netflix the past year, and they're allegedly planning more. Well, look, Jennifer definitely reminds me of someone who just is definitely going to keep going, and everything's a competition. So at this point, this is just another competition, I guess. A source recently told Life and Style magazine that Jennifer has one good thing going for her right now, and that's been her success in streaming movies, especially on Netflix, referring to her recent films like Atlas and The Mother. This is why I don't know why she did the singing thing. Like, why? Leave the singing alone. This is your lane right here. This is your lane. So, of course, Jessica wants a piece of the pie, and Jennifer is right to be concerned because Jessica has her own relationship with the top boss at Netflix, Ted Sarandos, and the plan is clearly to make as many more J-Lo style movies as they can, even without J-Lo, the source alleged. Ooh-wee. That's messy. Now, another insider added that the two have had a career-long rivalry. I didn't even know that existed, which is honestly news to us. Me too. Now, Jessica knows exactly what she's doing, they said. She has been very clear to everybody she does business with that. She is serious about rebooting and reigniting her acting career and playing on the early 2000 nostalgia craze while she's at it. Yeah, because I'm telling you now, I told you with the music and everything, the Renaissance, everybody is coming out, being on the road. If you can sing, and if you were singing an actor, if you were anybody that was big in the business, get yourself in that gym, get your vocal lessons down if you need to, and get yourself on somebody's stage, because this is the time. All right, I should be a promoter. Anyways, now have either ever spoken about or alluded to this feud? No. In fact, Alba even told the same outlet, "I love Jennifer so much. What she's done for women and Latinas is undeniable. She is an icon and a timeless beauty, and I'm obsessed with her." Not to be obsessed with her, I mean, but okay, let's move on. Along with that, they've been photographed together throughout the years, including the 70th Annual Golden Globe Awards in 2013, and was seen at the Lopez Vegas show, All I Have, also per Yahoo, that was making that reference to that. Other than that, Lopez has never commented on a friendship, and Alba hasn't since this comment. But back in a woman named Marin, I guess they're trying to, I hate when they do dropping words. And back sometime in the jungle deep, someone named Tamarin, a former Hollywood stylist, alleged on her TikTok via New Zealand Herald that Lopez and Alba were the worst people she styled. She said Alba is not nice, saying she loves to rub hummus on her dress, play mind games with you, and she does these things where she talks to you while not talking to you. Okay, we're going to say all things alleged. Lord have mercy. As for Lopez, she claims people aren't allowed to look her in the eye, saying there's a reason why she can't hold down a costumer or a seamstress. Well, look, this is another person behind the scenes that's saying some unflattering things about J-Lo, but also adding some unflattering things about Jessica Alba, all things alleged, because we don't know, we weren't there. But yeah, that's not great. That's one person. I'm sure they can find more. You can always find more, right? But I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know this was a thing at all. Matter of fact, I've seen pictures of her, and I mean, just because you guys are friendly doesn't mean that you're really friendly. You know what I mean? But at least you're being in a way that doesn't really, what's igniting an issue here? And why, again, are we in a position where we have to choose between one or the other? Why can't we just enjoy both? I mean, I don't get the whole competition. Like, one thing is the only thing you can look at. Like, okay, I understand there's a lot of algorithm activity around, but this is not how we live our lives personally, is it? I mean, is it? I mean, at the end of the day, I like variety. I like all kinds of stuff. I like all kinds of music. I like all kinds of actors, I like all kinds of actresses and musicians and all this kind of stuff. Variety is a spice of life. And therefore, I'm not interested in the same old prototype going on after one after another, or that I got to watch two people presumably fight it out in this weird war that really doesn't even exist because it only exists in the media, maybe. I mean, you don't have to really fight that hard for me to watch it. If I'm going to watch the two ladies and their movies respectively, I'm going to watch it, whether they're in a tiff or not. This doesn't matter. If I like their work, that's what I'm there for. I don't know. You tell me your comments and your thoughts about that. But this pitting against each other, I mean, it's obviously the day is old kind of thing, but are we tired of that yet? Lord have mercy. All right, so yeah, drop your comments, your thoughts on those stories. Now we are moving on to the last article of this particular sharing for this video, and it's Jennifer Garner because, yeah, why not? Why not have both of them in the same video spill? Now, according to Showbiz cheat sheet, Jennifer Garner said Ben Affleck wanted more kids when she didn't, and she called it an uphill battle. I don't know why you'd want more. I mean, kids are a blessing. That's great and wonderful. But more? Wow, that's a lot. Anyways, they already have 3. So, and those are blessings. I can understand, she's saying, yeah, let's hold off on that. Anyways, Jennifer Garner said Ben Affleck would have loved to have had more kids with her. However, she didn't want any more children. And here's what she had said. Now, apparently, before Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez had tied the knot, Affleck was married to Jennifer Garner. That's not apparent. That's true. For over a decade. The couple has 3 kids, and they retained a friendship post-split, which we are seeing in real time now. And now Garner's reportedly helping Affleck through his marital problems with Lopez. However, over a decade before Lopez and Affleck's current issues, Garner was asked whether she wanted to have more children with her then husband, and here's how she responded. So I love how J-Lo and Ben are having all these issues, and we're just not going to go and drag, and I guess I'm part of it because I'm sharing it. Jennifer Garner's thoughts about when she was with him previous, but hey, why not? Let's just talk about it. I mean, and Jennifer Lopez and Ben are not going to make it. It doesn't matter whether we talk about the story or not. All right, so because guarantee you talking about the story is not the reason why they're not making it. Let's move on. Jennifer Garner said Ben Affleck wanted more than 3 kids with her during their marriage. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck have 3 kids: Violet 18, Finn 15, and Samuel 12. While the couple went their separate ways in 2018, they retained a friendship for the good of their kids. Now, Affleck reportedly lives in a $100,000 monthly rental away from his wife, Jennifer Lopez, and closer to Garner and his children. Now, before Garner and Affleck split, Garner answered questions regarding how she and Affleck parent while still working in Hollywood, and she told Extra that Affleck was a fantastic father while she stayed busy filming. Ben took a break, Garner said. He did the school drop-offs and pickups and bedtimes and brought the kids to see me every day on set, and he gave me that gift. Otherwise, it would have been really hard for me to do. He's great. He's a great dad. The interviewer asked Garner how she felt about possibly having a 4th child. This was back at the time when they were married. She says, I read somewhere that we were thinking of having another. Garner said, the fact that Ben wants another is true, but I can tell you that would be a pretty uphill battle with me. I'm not anticipating having any more kids. Now, the Argo star had said that 3 is good when it comes to his children. Or maybe she meant her children, his children, whatever. Jennifer Garner clarified that Ben Affleck wanted more than 3 kids when she didn't. Affleck also received the question, so we are talking about him. He was the one that was in Argo? Okay. Regarding the possible family expansion from Extra that same year. During the interview, he contradicted what Garner said. Ooh. The interviewer had told Affleck that rumors suggest that he could be a daddy again soon. To that, he responded, I hope not. Okay. But, just share how you really feel. If that happens, no, it's not going to happen. He continued. We're in a good place. 3 is good. That's enough. That's too much actually for me. Oh my gosh. I hope his kids didn't eat it. When it comes to family, Affleck added that he tries his best to be loving, caring father, and a fantastic husband. There is a nice grounding thing to having a family and having that at the center of your life. And I would agree. Jennifer Lopez allegedly wanted to have a baby with Ben Affleck, if y'all didn't already know about that. I would imagine, I mean, obviously now, I don't think that was much of a conversation, but when they were together before 20 some odd years ago, yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Now, Ben Affleck has 3 kids with Jennifer Garner, and Jennifer Lopez has twins with her ex, Mark Anthony Lopez, and Affleck don't have any children as a couple, which we know. However, and honestly, with what's going on right now, rumored to be going on right now, and if it does end up happening that way, then bringing another child in that situation would have just been disastrous if it was even able to happen, whether by natural or adoption even, because they could have done that too if they wanted to. But if the rumors are true and they really are divorcing and that really is happening, could you imagine bringing a child in a situation that you barely could stay in for 2 years? I mean, aren't they like in the month right now? We're in July. So they're in the month of what that would have been their anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that would have been terrible. Okay, let's move on. However, a source had told Life and Style in April of 2024 that Lopez wanted to have a baby with Affleck via surrogate. Ooh, yeah, okay. Did y'all hear about that? I didn't hear about that. If you did, drop that down in the comments. She nagged him until he went along with it, the source claimed. Ben was completely happy with the blended family they had already had, but he loves kids. That's why he agreed to have another. At the end of the day, he wants Jennifer to be happy. I don't think that's the case now, though. The source had added that Lopez was obsessed over every detail and planned to interview surrogate candidates. She talks about it nonstop. They claim Ben figures it's easier to go along with her, but he's realizing what he's gotten himself into is just going to get more hectic. Well, if he was saying back in the day that 3 was enough for him and he wasn't interested in having more kids, I can see that time has changed, and I can see that being a real conversation they would have had. And if that's what they were talking about, they were husband and wife, or are husband and wife rather, and it's fine. I hope that's not a Freudian slip by the same word, but okay. They are. And so if they had the conversation, and she did do a surrogate, do you, boo? But I mean, at the end of the day, could that have been something else that was like a camel, or the straw that broke the camel's back? I don't know. I mean, having children into a situation that is not already stable or foundationed in a correct way, having kids to add into that formula is not going to make it better. I can guarantee you that. It's not going to be, me personally, I'm not gone through something like that, thank God, but I've seen enough of it, right? I think we all have been around for that ride in some fashion or other. Either you experienced it or someone that has, and probably pretty close to you. So yeah, having children doesn't make your life better if it's going wrong. The relationship needs to be intact. That's my opinion. Anyways. Of course, Affleck and Lopez have been in the news for their alleged impending divorce. With this in mind, it seems unlikely that they are chasing the dream of surrogacy. You think? So yeah, I mean, wow. I personally think that there was an obvious situation that could have happened. That they definitely could have talked about having kids, J-Lo and Ben, that is. It would make sense even to do a surrogacy. It makes sense. If she did free surrogacy, that's the thing that people do nowadays, right? At the end of the day, she had twins with Mark Anthony. That was some years ago. So, it would have been nice if it could have worked out long enough for them to do that. But at this point, it didn't happen. And we don't know if it will, but I guess more time we will see. So let me know your thoughts. All right. We talked about a few things, didn't we? We talked about Jessica Biel, and we talked about Jennifer Garner, and we talked about J-Lo with the Jessica Alba situation as well. Did you know about the rivalry? Let me know if you drop it down in the thoughts. Do you think this is just another thing when it comes to the Jessica and Jennifer situation? Another, what is it, to do about nothing type of situation? Let me know your thoughts about everything down below in the comment section. I'd love to know. And of course, if you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I want you to be part of this family. Yes, I would love to have you. And for the ones of you guys that are new, just got on the subscribe board, thank you. I'm so glad you're part of the family. I appreciate you. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you, the ones that have been rocking with me from the beginning as well. Of course I do. So yeah, at the end of the day, we are going to just keep treading on with these stories. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of you for your viewing support. So with that being said, I'm going to bid you adieu on this video. Make sure those notification bells are on. I do believe I'll have another video dropping, so be on the lookout for that as well. And make sure you check out that other video too. Even if you can do it before the RHOC premiere, that'd be great, because that just gets you ready. But you know what? It's good no matter what time. It'll be here for you, okay? It'll be here. So with that, talk to you later. Bye.